Why do people who are smart, educated, and hardworking still struggle with money? Why do people who watch finance videos, read advice, and know what they should do still overspend? Here's something most people don't want to hear. Your biggest money problem isn't your income. It isn't inflation. It isn't bad luck. It's your brain. Every day, without you noticing, your brain pushes you to spend, not because you need something, but because it wants to feel something. That late-night online order, that just one coffee habit, that sale you couldn't miss, none of it was accidental. You didn't wake up planning to waste money. You didn't decide to sabotage your future. You were simply responding to invisible psychological triggers designed to bypass logic and hit emotion. And here's the scary part. The more intelligent you are, the better your brain becomes at justifying bad spending decisions. You tell yourself, I deserve this. It's not that expensive. I'll make up for it later. But those thoughts aren't yours. They're learned, engineered, and incredibly profitable for everyone except you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how your mind is quietly controlling your wallet and how to take that control back. Stay with me. Part 1. Spending is emotional, not logical. We like to believe we're rational when it comes to money. That we compare prices, weigh options, make smart, well-thought-out decisions. But the truth is far less flattering. Neuroscience tells us something uncomfortable. Most spending decisions are emotional first and logical second. Logic doesn't lead the process. It usually shows up later just to justify what emotion already decided. Picture this. It's late at night. The day has drained you. You're tired, maybe stressed, maybe just bored. You unlock your phone, tell yourself you're just scrolling. One video turns into another. Then you see it. A product, a deal, something that promises relief, excitement, or comfort. You hesitate for half a second, then click. A purchase you never planned is now on your doorstep. Not because you needed it, but because in that moment, your brain wanted a feeling. Spending triggers dopamine, the same chemical responsible for pleasure, motivation, and reward. It gives you a quick emotional lift. That's why we shop when we're stressed, when we're sad, when we're bored, even when we're happy and feel like we deserve a reward. That daily coffee isn't really about caffeine. That online order isn't really about the product. It's about escape, comfort, control. It's about regulating emotions we don't know how to deal with otherwise. And here's the important part. Once you understand this, the guilt disappears. You stop asking, what's wrong with me? And start realizing this is how the human brain works. You're not bad with money. You're human. And awareness is where real control begins. Part 2. How companies hack your brain. Now that you understand how emotional spending works, here's the part most people never see. Your brain isn't just emotional, it's predictable. And modern companies have built entire business models around that fact. Every button you click, every notification you see, every deal you're offered is carefully designed to push psychological triggers without you realizing it. Take discounts, for example. Only 24 hours left, limited stock available, last chance to buy. These messages don't inform you, they create urgency. Your brain panics at the idea of missing out, so it rushes the decision before logic has time to speak. Then there's buy now, pay later. 4 small payments, 0 pain today. Your brain loves this because it separates pleasure from consequences. You get the reward now, while future you handles the cost. Free shipping thresholds work the same way. You're just $15 away from free shipping. So instead of saving money, you spend more just to avoid the feeling of losing. And subscriptions? Free trials,
easy signups, hidden renewals. They're not betting on you forgetting to cancel. They're counting on it. None of this is accidental. It's behavioral psychology at work, built to lower resistance, remove friction, and make spending feel effortless. But here's what matters most. This doesn't mean you're careless or weak. It means you're human, operating inside systems designed to influence behavior. The goal isn't to blame yourself. The goal is to see the game clearly. Because once you recognize how your brain is being nudged, rushed, and distracted, you stop reacting and you start choosing.
Part 3. Identity-based spending. The most powerful force behind our spending isn't need, emotion, or discounts. It's identity. The story we tell ourselves about who we are and who we want others to see us as. Every purchase is a message. That new phone isn't about the features. It's about looking successful. It's about feeling relevant. That brand name jacket isn't about fabric or style. It's about belonging, fitting in, or signaling status. Social media amplifies this pressure. Every scroll exposes you to lives carefully curated to look perfect. Vacations, cars, homes, lifestyles. Your brain doesn't see the bills, the debt, or the stress behind them. It only sees the image and wants to match it. This leads to lifestyle inflation. As income rises, expectations rise, spending rises, and somehow, no matter how much you earn, it never feels like enough. We spend to feel important, to feel admired, to feel included, and often we don't even realize it. The danger is subtle. You think you're making choices freely, but in reality, your purchases are often guided by comparison, social pressure, and a desire to reinforce identity. Once you recognize this pattern, you gain clarity. You begin to see the difference between spending for yourself and spending to prove something to the world. Because awareness is the first step towards spending consciously and finally taking control of your financial life.
Hidden consequences of unconscious spending. Here's the scary truth most people never realize. It's not the big purchases that quietly destroy wealth. It's the small, unconscious ones. The daily coffee, the quick takeout, the just one more online order. Alone, each expense feels harmless. Together, they silently drain your finances, month after month, year after year. And the consequences go deeper than money. They create stress, anxiety, a constant feeling of running behind no matter how much you earn. You might earn a decent income, yet still feel trapped in a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. You watch others save, invest, and grow wealth, while your own money seems to disappear. Even more subtle is the emotional toll. Your brain gets used to these small rewards. Spending becomes a habit, a way to cope, a quick escape. The moment you stop, boredom, discomfort, or emptiness returns. And here's the cruel irony. Most people never feel rich, no matter their salary. Not because they lack income, but because unconscious spending keeps them from building real wealth. The good news is this can change. Awareness is the key. Once you recognize the small leaks in your financial behavior, you gain power. You start to question each purchase. You pause. You choose. And slowly, the money that once disappeared begins to stay where it belongs, with you. Because building wealth isn't just about earning more. It's about stopping the hidden leaks that silently steal your financial freedom.
Part 5. How to rewire your spending psychology. Now that you understand how emotions, social pressure, and psychology drive spending, it's time to regain control. The goal isn't to never spend. It's to spend consciously. Start with the 24-hour rule. If it's not essential, wait a day. Most impulses vanish once your brain has time to process. What felt urgent at 11 p.m. often feels unnecessary by morning. Next, do an emotion check. Before every purchase, ask yourself, am I buying this because I need it or because I want to feel something? Awareness is your secret weapon. It turns reactive spending into deliberate choices. Align your spending with values, not impulses. Think, will this improve my life or just my mood? When purchases reflect your priorities, you gain satisfaction without guilt. And don't forget the power of small habits. A coffee less here, a subscription canceled there, a mindful pause before every swipe. All of these add up. Your money begins to work with you, not against you. Finally, reframe your mindset. You're not depriving yourself, you're empowering yourself. Every conscious choice strengthens your financial freedom, reduces stress, and builds real wealth. The best part? This isn't a one-time effort. It's a shift in how you think, feel, and act around money. And once your mind is rewired, spending becomes intentional, satisfying, and fully under your control. Because wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how wisely you manage your mind and your money.
The truth is, money isn't just numbers. It's a reflection of your mind. Once you understand the emotions, habits, and psychological triggers behind spending, you gain real control. Every conscious choice strengthens your financial freedom, reduces stress, and builds lasting wealth. Remember, the richest people aren't those who earn more. They're the ones who think differently, spend intentionally, and master their minds.